Look at this. I gotta work on the stereo again. Somebody I know has an angry dog that likes to knock shit off the shelf. So, here it is. I'll show you what happened this time. You see that? Forget the wire, that's just a ground. I gotta fix this circuit. And look, you see that giant crack? Look at this. I can pull the damn thing apart. See that? Now I love to melt plastic, so it's no big deal to me. But look at this. This is the power supply circuit. Now right there is your battery connections. Now it's weird, is it? Yeah, I could wire this up. I've already did it. I wired just positive and negative to the little prongs right there. And in stereo it sounds like a toy. Now I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? It doesn't make any sense. Like, and that's when I realized that the circuit board here has all these little tiny microchips on it for a reason. I thought that that was all for AC, like converting the AC to DC. But that's when I realized this. For anybody out there that knows anything about electronics, I didn't know this until today, but the power doesn't just go from the batteries into these prongs and right into the stereo. What happens is it goes through these little resistors here, and I guess that lowers the frequency or lowers the... I'm not really sure how it does that, but I get somehow it makes it more powerful, and it also makes them last longer. I guess it I don't know what it does. I think it lowers the frequency and then sends low frequency power into the stereo. By it having that lower power, you get more bass. Because I guess if you just get the electric right from the batteries, it's not really as powerful. Somehow, these little microchips make the power coming from the batteries more powerful into the stereo. I don't know how the fuck it does it, right? I'm not a genius when it comes to this. But I noticed that the stereo sounds a lot different without this power circuit. The damn dog knocked it off the shelf. Now, it's easy to fix. I just have to find the right kind of glue. Glue it back together. And these rails, luckily, once again, it's analog. It's easy to fix. All I got to do is do this. These two rails right here, which are big, easy to fix. Once I glue it, solder them back together and reconnect it. And those two right there, that right there, those two contacts are for this on the side. Like if you want to plug the stereo into the wall, electric will go from here, around here, and into these two leads, which go into the input side of the power transformer, which doesn't work anyway, so there's no point in fixing that. I just want to glue the circuit board back together. These two rails right here come directly from the battery. And they go over here. Now look, if you follow these rails, one rail goes right here. Right there is this resistor. From what I understand, resistors limit certain frequencies of current. Now look, power goes from here over to these. And then the other side, which is right here, goes to right there. If you flip it over, that's just a jumper, and I guess that goes into right here because, you know, it's an old stereo. You can plug in AC from the wall, or you can plug in like one of those little round plugs right there. Remember when I used to have 12-volt chargers? It's a 12-volt stereo, so, you know, it goes right to the battery thing here, which, of course, if you had rechargeable batteries in this thing, you could actually recharge the batteries by plugging it into the wall. Old school stuff. It's cool. Anyway, I'm going to fix all this anyway. Even though I don't plug it into the wall, I'm going to fix it anyway. I'm going to solder all these back together. And I'm going to make it work. You know, I fixed this stereo so many times. It's all beat up and everything. To everybody else, it's like, oh, it's a piece of shit. You know, throw it away. Throw it in the trash. But to me, it just kind of makes it more genuine, I guess you could say. You know, it makes it a little more genuine, the fact that I fixed it so many times and on so many different places, you know. I don't know. Plus, I got not really much else better to do anyway. They're trying to make me have health insurance now, so I got to fill out all these forms, and you know, I don't need health insurance. But I won't even get into all that. You want to give me a fine for not having insurance on my body? Come on, man. Anyway, right here's the speakers. Look at these. Look at that. Of course, I made my mark. I did that like over a year ago. And I got my mark right here. I got all stoned one day and had some white. I was like, you know, let me write peace. I'm going to make my mark in here in case if I ever lose a stereo or somebody else opens it up and tries to fix it. Like, oh, he left his mark. But yeah. All right, I won't waste any more of your time. I just wanted to show you this with the power circuit. If you have a boombox like this is just a circuit board. That's the case over there. I'm going to melt all that back together. If you have an old stereo like this and you just happen to break your power circuit, don't just wire the wires directly from the batteries into the board. That's the simple, lazy, easy way. It will work. But you're not going to get the same sound as you would if you used to fix this. And luckily, you see how big the rails are? They're easy to solder. If this was a new stereo, I bet you these rails would be so small and all this shit would be so close together. Like, look, you notice the old circuit boards, everything is spaced out. If they wanted to, they could put all these together in one line. They can put that next to this. You know, they could have crammed everything together and made it very hard to fix. But instead, they space everything out and they do it right to where it's easy to fix. On the other hand, I think I better... Piece of solder must have fell off. I thought that was irrelevant. I don't know. I'll fix it though. You see how, look, each joint... You can't see shit with this phone. Here, I'll try and hold it more steady. You see how each solder joint is spaced? I'll get closer. See how each solder joint is spaced out? Now, hopefully you're not getting bored. I'll show you a digital circuit. Right here is a hard drive. It's a SATA drive. I don't know when it's from, but look, I'll show you the difference. Look how close everything is. You can't even see it on the camera. See how close everything is on this circuit board? Which, yeah, it's nice. The closer you put the chips, you know, the smaller you can make something and the more complex the circuit can be. But then what happens when it breaks and you got to fix the damn thing? It's not like this, where everything is spaced out and it's kind of a bulky circuit, you know what I mean? But when it comes time to fix it, like right now, all I gotta do is get some super glue, glue the board. 5 minutes later, I can have all these rails soldered and fixed. But if I was to break this circuit board and glue it back together, well now, I don't even know if it's possible to resolder this shit. Truthfully, I wouldn't even attempt to fix that. You know what I mean? Because I know personally I can't do it. You know, I don't know how to do it. And to be honest, I don't think I... Sorry, I thought the camera cut off. I don't think I have the patience to fix a small circuit board like that. You know, unless you got like some kind of fancy heat gun or something. The rails are so small and they're so close together. Now, they do that on purpose, too, because they don't want you to fix it. They're like, oh, throw it in the trash, buy a new one. Yeah, just $59.95. You know, but shit like this, where are you going to find another power circuit like that? Where are you going to find something that's handmade and put together by hand nowadays? This whole stereo, believe it or not, this whole stereo, I believe, is hand-built. You know, because look, it's a Sharp stereo. And if you look, I'll show you somewhere. The circuit board is actually made by Sharp. This right here is actually made by Sharp. Now, let's say you buy a Sony stereo. See how it's made by Sharp? let's say you buy a Sony stereo today. A lot of times it's going to have Sanyo circuit boards or some other circuit board made by some other company. But yet, you know, just figured I'd put that out there. If you got some old stereo, man, keep it up, you know, keep fixing it and everything. Somebody's calling my phone. I gotta go. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you all. Peace.